I'm Christy Blanche. If you have read the readings for this month, or even just started them, you are beginning to see how addiction is represented in comic books. But there are more than just the ones we are reading. Many well-known characters have addictions. In fact, it could be argued that if one has the choice to be a superhero or not, and takes the choice to be a superhero, that's an addiction in itself. So here are a few examples of addiction in comic books. The one and only Iron Man, Tony Stark, struggles with alcohol addiction. Not only is he a superhero, but he also heads up an international company. Both of those jobs are filled with stress. In Demon in a Bottle, Tony accidentally kills a diplomat because his armor malfunctions. He turns to alcohol to help him deal with his issues. He finally asks his girlfriend and butler for help after he initially turns away from them. Stress from your job is not the only reason to be addicted. Spider-Man's foe, Venom, aka Flash Thompson, is also addicted to alcohol. His addiction is due to the combination of memories he has of his father, who was an abusive drunk, and the flashback of combat he experienced after he was drafted for Vietnam. Our man, who only has his powers for 1 hour, gets his powers from a Miracle pill. He is addicted to the drug, the power it gives him, and the high of fighting crime. The second Our Man also uses the pills, and he ends up getting leukemia from the pills. Captain America gets addicted to meth when a meth lab blows up, and the meth bonds to his super soldier serum. He goes crazy for a bit, but finally gets things under control and detoxes. At one point, Moon Knight is addicted to prescription drugs. When he is confined to a wheelchair, he gets addicted to painkillers and antipsychotic drugs. And there are more addictions than just alcohol and drugs. For example, Damian Wayne, he is addicted to killing. He sees it as a normal part of his life, which is not as uncommon as you think. Think about the Rat Park experiment. Damian really enjoys inflicting pain and cares little for anything but proving his worth. One of my favorites, Martian Manhunter, is addicted to Choco's cookies. When he can't get them, he tears the city down looking for them. It ends up that they have an effect on John, much like narcotics affect humans. Batman tells him he's a junkie. He's mean. Satellite Sam by Matt Fraction teeters on the edge of sex addiction. And in Strangers in Paradise by Terry Moore, it could be argued that Francine and Kachu are addicted to each other. There are many representations of addiction in comics, from sex addiction to drug and alcohol addictions to food addictions. Check out the 13th Dimension website this month for some extras on addiction and comics. Meanwhile, can you think of a comic book you have read that has an example of addiction in it, whatever type it may be? If so, visit the discussion board, More Addiction in Comics, and share your story. I'll see you around.